Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Harris here again. This video, I'm going to piggyback off of the video that I showed you how to correctly save and name your programs. We went over why it is important to do those things as well. So this program, though, I'm going to just kind of go through the basic blocks down here and show you how to actually use them so that you can complete the tasks that you need to get done before the end of the year. Okay. So first thing, I'm going to delete things I have up there. This is our start button. You need this button to start your program. Okay, so that gets pulled out and is put over here. You can move it around, drag it wherever you want. I like to pre my programs up here, and I kind of build this way. And I'll show you how to adjust things if you run out of room as well. But let's get started with these blocks. The first one here, this one is a medium motor. Next one is a large motor. Okay, following that, we have a double motor steering block, we have a tank block, and then we have a display, sound, and a light block. Okay, these ones you're probably not going to be using during these first beginning challenges. If we have time when we go to the advanced motor challenges, I will throw some of these in as extra programming perks. But what we're mainly going to be focused on during this beginning or basic motor challenge stage are these four blocks here. The first one is a medium motor. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to click and drag it out. Okay, the nice thing about the medium motor is it defaults to A. Okay, A is your arm. That's the motor port for your arm. This really can only be used for the EV3 because the EV3 arm actually is a small medium motor that looks like this. If you're using an NXT, you can still use your arm and program it, but you're going to want to drag out a large motor block, and then you're going to want to set it to port A. Okay, now this will work for NXT, this will work for the EV3. Both of these really will work for the EV3. They recommend using this one here. Okay, next block is the double motor steering block. Okay, this one here, you can go forward or backward. You can turn with this block by doing this right here. It is not very accurate, so I would recommend not doing that. And I'll show you some different ways to turn and steer your robot without having to mess with this arrow. Okay, and then the fourth one that we're going to talk about is the move tank block. So this block here, you can control both motors at the same time, but they can run at different speeds. So this one I could have going at 78% speed, which is the B motor, because if you can see this is first, so I have B and C. And then this one is going to be my C motor, and I have the C motor at 50% speed. Doing that, my robot is going to kind of do an arc turn like that. Okay, so those are the different ways that you can use this block here. Okay, if I had it's at 50 and negative 50, like so, the robot would spin around the center of the robot. Okay, you would have to adjust the number of rotations or degrees to figure out how much you want it to spin. Speaking of that, let's go and take a look at what these are all set up for. All these right now are set up for rotations. I do not recommend using rotations. I recommend using degrees. So you're going to click on this and go down to degrees. Okay, I'm going to change all these degrees so you can see what it looks like here. And now you can use the port view. And if you wanted to go forward and you said, okay, I need to go forward 1200 degrees, I can just type that in, and now my robot will go forward 1200 degrees and it will stop. So it's very precise. Okay. If I wanted to turn using one motor, I could set this to B and it's on for degrees. Normally 90-degree turn is around 360 degrees. Again, I said normally it could be 380. But if you want to turn 90 degrees, I would just type that in. So now my motor right now, or my robot, excuse me, if I was using the EV3, it would say, okay, I'm going to move my arm. I'm going to turn 90 degrees. I'm going to go forward 1200 degrees. And now it's going to do actually, let's change this. Go up to 78 again. Now it's going to do an arced turn for 360 degrees or one tire rotation. Okay. This number here is your tire rotations. When we're talking about our arms, one thing to notice though is this says 360 degrees. Your arm most likely is never going to be going more than 180 degrees. So when you measure that, it's probably going to be like 100. Okay. If you have more than that, that's an arm that's actually going to spin like this. Okay. So let's see here. Bringing this tank turn again.